What up, guys? Anti-tier Guild Forever. This is the first. Well, it's technically not episode 1. It's episode 12. Because again, I was already reacting to Fairy Tail before, but we're starting it back up again, and we're gonna keep going until we're done, or at least try to. But yeah. Anyway, so this is gonna be a review talking about episode 12, Moondrip. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room. I hate the fact that this is my first episode coming back, and I legitimately almost teared up. Probably did, but God, Jesus, man, why did they have to play that theme, dude? That is like an anti-Annie tier theme. Never play that theme. It always gets to me. God dang, dude. Ah. But I don't hate it though. I do love it, but it gets me in the emotional. It tugs on the emotional heartstrings, I guess you could say. I definitely enjoy this episode with Gray dealing with his dilemma and his guilt for what happened to Ur. By the way, the Japanese version say Ur, right? Because I know it says Ol when it's Ur. So is the proper pronunciation Ol or Ur? I swear it's so confusing. But then we get Leon coming here trying to show off that, hey, I'm superior to you in every way. Just wanted to address that. We everyone already kind of knew, but I just wanted to let you know that my variant is better. But hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. For me, just doing ice make with one hand, I don't know. To me, like, how many anime characters have you seen in different series where they just do like some attack with one hand? Like, it's very common and low-key kind of boring. For me, I thought the whole hand combination with ice make when Gray does it, for me that's much cooler. Personally, I consider that much cooler. But I will say that I do enjoy seeing Leon's ice make variant. I personally, I think his ice make variant is better than Gray's because of how it can become movable. It's almost like it's alive to some degree. I do like that in his ice make magic. It does make Gray's look more staggered, like he said. It doesn't really do much. It's kind of like you're just dropping stuff. Like, how can I say this? Like, Leon can make his magic to where it can become projectiles, a kind of giant assault, or even possibly ensnare or something. While Gray's ice magic is like, it's not bad. I still like Gray's magic, especially like, what he gets later on. But it does feel very simple. Because again, Gray's magic I feel like consists of two variants. It's either you drop something on someone or something comes out. You know what I mean? That's how it feels like. Where Leon, it feels a bit more versatile in its use. And with that said, I kind of like it a little bit more. Again, this is just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. This is just how I personally feel. I do like Gray's magic though. I will say that I prefer Gray as a character. I just think Leon's magic is very unique and cool to some degree. But yeah, now the issue that we're getting at the moment though is honestly, I'm not sure if like, I get where Leon is coming from. Trust me, I do. But honestly, it sounds like a child mentality. You're literally undoing what your master did, like your master's sacrifice. You're undoing what cost her life. Doesn't that seem like you're disrespecting if anything, he's just disrespecting her. I get that his goal was to surpass her, and because she is dead, he feels like he'll never get that opportunity. But buddy, like, I feel like you have all. Well, I don't know about that. I feel like I underestimate or I feel like there's more to Ur's character than that. I will ask you guys questions for those watching this. Would you say at this point in time Leon and Gray have surpassed or they're not even near that level? or at least they're somewhat semi close to that. Just very curious on your guys' opinion, because I feel like that was never set in stone, or it was kind of vague to determine where or how strong was as a character. But I do like though. She was basically around. Character was around for quite a bit, and just just chill with the OSTs, bro. Especially the sad ones. The one they just played literally is like a taboo for me. For those of you that stuck around long enough, you know what I mean. Like that hits too much. That hits home too much. That hits too much. But I still love it though. I still love it. Once again, um, I'm not sure whether it was the song that got me, or it reminded me of a certain specific character, or even just the fact that I'm reacting to Fairy Tail again. Because again, near and dear to my heart, love it to bits. That will never change. Even though there is other animes that I do enjoy the most, this is the series that I feel like I love with all my heart and soul. Cheesy as that sounds, it's true. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode regarding this one in particular. Particularly, at this point in time, did you personally felt like you were already interested in Gray? Don't tell a specific arc or anything, just in case people are watching this for the first time. But let me just answer more or less like, was it this arc that made you fell in love with Gray's character, or more or less which arc, whether it's this one after this or the one after that one? That way I get more of an idea. For me personally, I feel like this arc that we're getting into, or kind of, I'd say we're like in the beginning, getting close to 1/3 of this arc. I feel like this was the arc that really showed what kind of person Gray is, other than just butting heads with Natsu. And it kind of made me really enjoy his character and look forward to seeing him more throughout the series. Again, like, I always thought that question. Not talking about later on, just based on episode 12 going back. At this point on, which magic, in your opinion, stood out the most to you? I feel like most people are going to say either Fire Natsu's magic power, which is Dragon Slayer magic. Honestly, I feel like I enjoy the creativity of Ice Make. It gives a sense of art forms and uniqueness, because you can do so many things, because not only do you create ice, you can manipulate its shape, and I guess you can say to some degree how it functions. That, in my opinion, is very flexible. But if I were to say which magic stood out from this point in time, honestly, I kind of have to say Lucy's. One closest to that, I was gonna say is Gray, because Gray's magic is not just preferably used in combat. It's not just used in combat. It's used in very other things. Same as Natsu. Natsu's magic is more or less akin to combat, though. Sure, he can use fire to like light up a fireplace, or like a match, or certain things like that. But I feel like Gray's magic excels more. Like, he can create a key, he can make an ice furniture, an ice sculpture. He can make like an igloo for the fun. Like, I feel like Gray has more applications to it than Natsu's. But honestly, Lucy's magic can also be very convenient. Look how they got Lyra out, as well as all her other celestial spirits that can be used. While I do say Gray's magic can't have... If you say Gray's magic was a bit more practical than Lucy's, that's a fair judgment. I just don't think it's that much, simply because of it's ice, dude. You're gonna get cold. You see what I mean? And honestly, the least one for me when it comes to practicality, I would have to say is Urza, because hers is mainly all fighting. I'm not saying it's not practical. It is practical in a fighting sense, but in overall usage, like not just fighting, it's not that practical. Unless there's certain forms of Urza that I can't remember. But it's been a while. Again, not putting shade on Ursa's Magic, I actually love her magic power. I think it's amazing. One of my favorites. It's just it's not super practical, like I said. Again, it has to be between Gray and Lucy when it comes to having magic that's very universally good and not just purely meant on whooping the other person's behind. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You did not see me cry, alright? You saw nothing. Peace. I'm out.